Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Please let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all in here a little thick this morning. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Happy hump day. Happy hump day. What's up, everyone? Let me know if y'all can. Okay, y'all can hear me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Listen, welcome back to the channel. We are here for our morning show. Please make sure y'all like the video. All right. Push this up in the algorithm and make sure that if you're not subscribed, that you go ahead and subscribe. Okay. Now listen, this is about to be a Kiki type of live. All right. So I'm just warning y'all now. That's why I had to come in here with the voice that I came in here with. Because I'm definitely feeling a little petty today. So this is definitely gonna be a key. Okay. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome. All right. So y'all see our thumbnail. We're going to be talking about Nia Long and her saying that she is done with Udoka. I thought that was a guarantee. But anyway, Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., is being evicted out of his $2 million home or condo. I'm sorry. And then listen, y'all, I'm sure this is why y'all here, okay? I'm sure this is why y'all here. So there seems to be like a blackout for Love and Marriage Huntsville, but Melody is telling the fans to watch the show. Ooh, Mm. Okay. Anyway. Mm. Let's get into some things. Y'all know I like to speak to everybody as y'all come in the room. What's going on? Hold on one second. Let me get back up here to the top. Ebony M was in here first. Good morning, Ebony M. Good morning, Too Feisty. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Nicole. Meditation Sounds. Good morning. Good morning, Linda Gamble. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Megan. Um, Veronica. Good morning. Lovely 31 Blueprint. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Alfmac, good morning, good morning, good morning. Shout out to the members of the channel. Shout out to the members of the channel. Good morning to y'all. Demi Bell, good morning, love. Good morning, good morning. Famika Capricorn, good morning. Let's see here. Renee Hall, good morning. Two Fights that I will be popping in and out as I celebrate my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Miss Linda Gamble. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Monique King, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, sweet. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, listen, y'all. So let's get into some things. Um, Hold on one second. I'm about to come up on the screen. Give me a second, y'all. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning again. Good morning again. Listen, y'all saw the thumbnail. All right. Y'all saw the thumbnail. So let's go ahead and start getting into some things. But first, let's get some channel announcements out of the way. Listen, if you feel generous and would like to bless the channel, you can via Cash App or via Venmo. Let me get that scrolling across the bottom. There you go. And then remember, everything that we are saying today is for entertainment purposes only, and it is our opinion. All right. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe. Because I'm just gonna start doing a whole lot of subscriber only lives where y'all can't chat unless you are a subscriber. Cause the trolls be trolling. All right. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Miss Rats. Um, and let's see here. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope y'all are doing well this morning. It is the middle of the week. It's December the 7th, y'all. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys tuned in last night. Last night we did do a live where we did discuss the Shanquella Robinson case. We discussed Rasheen Carter and we discussed Zakara Kemp. All right. Zakara Kemp's story it happened back in July of this year, but it is just now getting out. And so I do wish that you guys would go listen to that video after this. And her story was the last story that we talked about. So, if you can fast forward, we're going to start putting timestamps soon on the videos. But if you go to the end of the actual live, is when we discussed Zakara's Kemp's story. Okay. So we're going to keep saying their names um, so that they won't be forgotten and justice will be served to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, here we go. So, yes, please make sure you guys go check that out. Please, please, please. Now, I still need to do my review on the Real Housewives of Potomac, and I need to do my review for Real Housewives of Durban. Listen, y'all, I love these ladies, so I'm definitely going to be reviewing the show. And just bear with me. We may do it tomorrow. Um, but I think I'm gonna do Potomac today. All right, later on this evening. All right, so y'all be ready and prepared for that. All right, it's 47 people in the house already. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit that like button. Please, 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 please hit that like button. Good morning, Melissa. Um, Okay. Good morning, Andre. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I tried. Good morning, Felicia. I tried. I really did. I tried. I tried. That was a tough story to talk about. The Czar Kemp. I know I'm saying her name wrong. Again, I ask for y'all to charge that to my country accent and not my heart. All right. Um, okay, hold on a minute, guys. I am pulling up our first story, which is going to be the Wendy Williams and her son Kevin Hunter Jr. All right. Give me just a second. Yeah. Now listen, y'all been blowing my DMs up with that Natalie Nunn and Krishan Rock situation. I am not interested, okay? I'm not. I'm not interested. I'm not gonna talk about it because I already told y'all I don't like Natalie Nunn at all. So yeah, that's not even child. That stage stuff for that show they got. Actually, let's go ahead and talk about Nia Long. Hold on, because this was the first thing that popped up. What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, here we go. Good, excuse me. Hey, Mrs. Parker. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Chrislyn. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I know this is much earlier than what we normally do, so all right. Anyway, let's get into this story. Now, Nia Long and Ime Udoka broke up after 13 years together following the NBA coach's alleged affair. Now, I kind of think we already knew this was going to happen. Um, was anybody hoping that they worked it out? I mean, I don't know. She had done that interview with, was it TMZ, when the reporter was outside asking her were they going to get back together. She chuckled and laughed it off. I mean, I don't know. I didn't think that they were gonna even get back together to begin with anyway. Um, right, don't nobody want to talk about long not y'all already coming in here lit, okay? But yeah, I never thought that they was gonna actually get back together. I wasn't expecting them to work this out. I didn't. Um And I had seen where she allegedly has moved on and moved into a different place and stuff. So yeah, I didn't know what that was about. Um, so people acting all shocked on the internet like they was expecting them to get back together, I think is really weird. Okay. I think it's a little weird. Speaking of Nia Long, you guys do know that Best Man, the final chapter, all 8 episodes will drop on December the 22nd. We will be reviewing it here on the channel. So please, please, please stay tuned for that. That's going to be super, super dope. I'm going to be inviting different content creators to come and review the episodes with me. So it's going to be really dope. All right. It's going to be really, really, really dope. I didn't think she would leave. I'm happy she did. Probably because she has a movie coming out. Too much embarrassment. Yeah, I can see the embarrassment. Good morning, Angie, with this pineapple. Um, yeah, I can see the embarrassment, and I can see exactly what you're saying. I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't feel like, um, I didn't feel like they was gonna get back together. Megan says, "Yay, it will drop on my birthday." Your birthday is December the 22nd. So my mom's birthday is December 22nd. My niece's birthday is December the 22nd as well. So you have a great birthday. You have a great birthday. Come on, Capricorn. Come on, Capricorn. And I'm January the 3rd, Capricorn to the fullest. Cap to the fullest. But yeah, so we're gonna review that. So stay tuned for that. I'm super excited to review that. But yeah, I wasn't thinking that they were gonna get back together. I really, really wasn't. I wasn't. Um, Netflix is dropping a mini series on Meghan and Harry as well. Um, mm, thank you for that information. No, for real. Thank you. Hey, McGeechee, what's going on? What's going on? Yes, Capricorn season all the way. Come on, Caps. Um, but yeah, so we are going to be reviewing that again. I didn't think that they were going to get back together, but I can see the embarrassment and I can see why she didn't, and I can see why she moved on. But she did also say that she was a little, disappointed in the Celtics because none of them actually reached out to check on their son or her throughout all of this. So I can definitely see the embarrassment. Absolutely. I can definitely see the embarrassment. Good morning, Lisa Foster. Y'all coming on up in here today. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you come on in here. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Also, we will be having a holiday party on Patreon. So pay attention to that information. And then we'll also do one for members only here on the channel. So I told y'all I love the holidays. So it's going to be a mix of game night and all different kinds of stuff. So make sure that you guys keep an eye out for that. Um, so yeah, that's it about Nia Long. All right. Make sure y'all subscribe to Patreon. Patreon only $3, y'all. It's only $3. Only Tressa dollars. Tressa Tressa dollars. Okay. So there was another story I wanted to get into. Yes. Senator Warnock won Georgia's Senate election. So shout out. I know y'all did not want that clown to represent y'all. And y'all know what clown I'm talking about. Child. And then his son, speaking of that, look at this. Hold on. Look at this. So Herschel Walker's son, Christian, speaks. My father holding guns and knives to my mother's throat. Um, Christian, haven't we been through this before? You just came out not too long ago with videos and stuff. What's up with him? What's up with him? What is up with him? Yes, Looney Tunes. There's so many names for Herschel Walker that we can come up with. And I'm really, really excited for Georgia because child. So Georgia, shout out to y'all for going out and doing y'all thing and making sure that y'all got in office who y'all needed in office. All right. Anytime I agree with Christian, it makes back of my eyes itch. So he says, don't beat women, hold guns to people's heads, fund abortions, then pretend you're pro-life, stalking cheerleaders, leaving your multiple minor children alone, 2Ks more fame, lie, say stupid crap, and make a fool of your family. And then maybe you will win a Senate seat. Listen, Christian. Christian don't ever be playing with him, truth be told. But I mean, he of course was on his father's side in the beginning. But child, Herschel literally a said on a podium he was proud to be called a coon. Child, who in their right mind is proud of being called a coon? Child, that man is something is definitely wrong with him. So I'm so glad God blocked it. I'm glad God blocked it because Melissa Walker's son read him. did did son clowned. He always do. He always do. It's all strategic. They can use that fool however they see fit. They know a shucking and jiving clown when they see one, not a shucking and jiving one. Um, I just I'm just relieved that Walker lost. I don't live in Georgia, but his foolishness would have encouraged 45. Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of 45, y'all did see where he was found. Well, hold on, let me pull it up. I don't want to say the wrong words, child. Hold on. Because you know YouTube will try to come for you. You speak on this man and don't speak right. Don't speak with facts. So let's speak with facts. Hold on. Okay. Now this is coming from the New York Times. Breaking news. The Trump organization has been found guilty in a tax fraud scheme in which some executives were offered off the book luxury benefits. The conviction on all 17 counts came after more than a day of jury deliberations, child. Oh, well, well. Well, listen, that's the start though, Ebony. It's a start. 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 We ain't gonna lose hope. We're not losing hope. We're not losing hope. We're not losing hope. But anyway, yeah, his organization was found guilty on 17 counts. Now, if the organization is found guilty, it steps into other things too. Just saying. Just saying. But again, let's keep fighting because this is the beginning. I feel like this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Dolores, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Um, but yeah, so there's 73 people watching me. Um, and 54 likes. Please make sure y'all like the video. Make sure you like the video. But yeah, I love how you focus on the positive shit. I be trying to. I be trying to. Sometimes it's a little hard. Sometimes it's a little hot, but I be trying to. Okay. All right. So moving on. Moving on. Let's see here. I wanted to pull up. I think I read this story on a Jasmine brand, and I know I saved it. So Instagram, I want y'all to stop playing with me. Um, okay, hold on. Here we go. Gotta make this a little bit big before I bring it up on the screen, child, because I can't even see it. Okay. That should block him from running again. I hope. Yeah, I hope so too. My hope is that my hope is that as well. My hope is that as well. All right, now can y'all see this on the screen? Wait a minute. Okay, yes, it's on here. All right. Yes, please press that like button. Please press that like button. Press that like button. Please press the like button. All right. So, hey, House of Princess, thank you for the drop in, love. Thank you for the drop in. I hope you have a great work day. I hope you have a great work day. All right, now getting into Wendy Williams' son Kevin being evicted from his $2 million apartment. Now, not so good financial news for Wendy Williams' only child, Kevin, 22. According to the Daily Mail, the son of the famous talk show host has been evicted from his luxury $2 million Miami apartment due to this. He has also been hit with a lawsuit for $70,000 in back rent. Now, according to the U.S. Sun, the eviction suit was filed in August and has a copy of Kevin Jr.'s lease showing Wendy had paid a security deposit. A security deposit and other fees, a full year of rent in advance, more than $100,000. Now, child. The lease started in March of 2021 and it ended in February of this year. After it had passed, Kevin agreed to continue the rent on a monthly basis. As it came to an end of the lease, Wendy had some health issues, which led to the courts being put in charge of her finances after Wells Fargo accounts were frozen in January. Oh, this is crazy. Um, Why am I losing my place? This was around the time that the overdue rent began to pile up. Wendy's accounts had been frozen by Wells Fargo in January because there were some concerns. She was unsound mind. She was of an unsound mind. Now, her bank also suspended financial exploitation, dementia, or the undue influence. She was placed in a financial guardianship. Speaking to the court, her 22-year-old son explained in his filing that his mother had rented the apartment for him. All right. So basically, because Wendy's finances were tied up, he was unfortunately able to catch up on the rent. Now, I'm a little confused though. You know what, Monique? You know what, Monique? You need to go to timeout. You need to somebody need the mom need to put Monique in timeout. She said Wendy's paying Wendy paying 10,000 a month for his apartment when she could rent Mia's mansion in Potomac for the same price. Is not Mia's rental though. Not the rental. Not the rental. Hey, 2012 Gemini 33. Wait. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Yeah, that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. But when she lost control of that money, yeah, that was huge. And she's still having some money issues with them people. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But it also makes me wonder, and they have already said, I think it was a couple months ago when they had already said that Wendy was saying that she couldn't pay a lot of things that she was financially obligated to pay for. So, this definitely backs up that story as well. So it's very crazy. I hope that they get this settled because Wells Fargo, listen, Wells Fargo. Mm-mm-mm. My grandmama always told me Wells Fargo was not the bank to bank with. I'm just saying. But if y'all bank with them, that's totally up to y'all. Some people don't have no issues with them, but I don't know. It just makes me wonder a whole lot of things. Good morning, baby girl, 1981. Good morning, good morning. Ting, ting. All right. So that was about Wednesday. Okay. Now I'm here to ruffle some feathers. Okay. There's 93 people watching me. So please make sure you like this video. So I was minding my business, okay? And oh yeah, sorry. Okay, listen. My Patreon members already know what I'm talking about, but listen. And I got it in the title. I said, and I oop. Melody Cherie tells fans to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I thought I thought the fans was blacking out the show. Okay, listen. I told y'all I was no longer reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I ain't never say I wasn't gonna stop talking about it. And I also reported the ratings yesterday as well. Okay. So give me just a minute and let's go ahead and put the screenshot up of Melody telling the fans to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville after there had been a spike in the ratings, child. Hmm. So I'm here. I'm here. Give me just a minute because I should have been prepared for this. Well, hold on. Let me get it put up here. Let me get put up here because I already told y'all what was up with this. And I have never backed down from my stance, even after interviewing Mel. I've never backed down from my stance on what I thought about this blackout, which is, I guess, why a lot of content creators don't talk to me no more, which I don't give anyway. Hold on. All right. Let me get this put up here. Hold on, y'all. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Hmm. And then not to mention, Miss Van was doing an interview. Shout out to Too Feisty, but Miss Van did an interview, and Miss Van had the same sentiments, and she backed my sentiments up about this blackout as I have been doing as well. And allegedly, y'all was doing a blackout for her and Mel for the disrespect show to her and Mel. All right, so give me just a minute. Let's go on and pull this up here. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. Let me remove my banter. But here's my thing. Even if there has been some things going on behind the scenes, my sentiments from the very beginning would be correct. For someone on the cast as Melody to come out and tell you guys to watch the show backs up my sentiments. It backs up what I've been saying. It backs up what exactly I've been saying. Um, so for me, again, I told y'all in the very, very beginning, whoever was, listen, we just heard of a blackout randomly. We heard of a blackout, right? We heard of a blackout because Mark was invited on the show to film scenes, and everybody felt like that was disrespectful, right? All right. It was disrespect to Melody and Miss Van. All right. Then um we come out and we want to black out the show. And then when people are asking, what are you guys blacking it out for? There's several different reasons. Oh, because of disrespect. Oh, because we trying to get Carlos' attention because the show is ratchet. Oh, because it is. Oh, because of Ratchet Wanda. Oh, because of Martell. Really? So we have all these different messages, and we really actually expect for a blackout to work when nobody is heading it correctly with the same message to give to the network. If you're that concerned about a situation, the message should all be the same. Listen, I already told y'all don't come with the smoke because you come with the smoke, I got something for you. All right. God is still working on me. So, what I've been saying again, okay, what I've been saying again, it's been backed up and solidified. And the people that are in the chat, the people that are in the chat that follow me know exactly what I've been saying and see that with this post from Melody, that what I've been saying has been proven. No one is heading it right. So why black it out? Why black it out? And if conversations have been made from higher up, my point is still being made. This affects people's pocket, right? It affects the entire cast. It affects everybody. But the average that they brought in, 442,000 viewers. But then y'all telling people that they're counting YouTube views, they're counting like what? So y'all think that the people got time behind the scenes to go and count YouTube views and count this and count that, like make that make sense for Love and Marriage Huntsville? For Love and Marriage Huntsville, they doing that all of a sudden because some YouTubers, I'm gonna step on some toes, but some YouTubers are deciding to black out the show. Not to mention Miss Van said in an interview that you should take your concerns to the person that you should take your concerns to. And I haven't heard anybody say that they've written the network besides people who may be in the chat, who may be agreeing with the blackout. But as far as content creators, I ain't heard none of y'all really say, oh, well, I decided to come up with this letter, and this letter is actually going to the net. Ain't none of y'all done that. So again, who's heading the blackout? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to anybody. It doesn't make sense. Again, my sentiments have been the same. While I respect your opinion, if you decide not to watch the show, it is what it is. But if you're gonna do this, you got to be consistent, and you have to put out a consistent message, not a whole bunch of mambo jumbo messages. It's never gonna be heard. Your concerns are never gonna be heard that way. The complaints had carried no weight. What's going on? LTV Productions. What's going on? The organization was lacking. Yeah, there was no organization. Nobody was heading it. Nobody was giving instructions on what should take place during this particular blackout. Like, y'all, you got to make it make sense. Just you getting on your platform telling people not to watch the show is not. It's that's what is that doing? And no shade, but it's YouTube. I mean, it, again, there was no basis and no grounds on the message that you guys were trying to send. Carlos already told y'all he gonna do what he want to do, so he's addressed you guys in this whole blackout organization that y'all got going on. He's already addressed y'all. But again, it's not. It just doesn't add up to me because again, if you're gonna black out the show, you shouldn't even. And this is my opinion, and y'all don't have to rock with my opinion. But if you're gonna black out the show, why even review the show? Why even watch the reunion if you're gonna black out the show? I'm not participating in no blackout. Y'all fans are just crazy. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. No organization. You are so right. No organization. Them few people weren't going to put a dent in the rating. And just like a couple weeks ago is when the um the college football had started. Now, people go up for them first games, right? Funny thing is, I had said that the ratings were going to take a plumage because of that. And because the games were on at the same time Love and Marriage Huntsville was. So in 2 weeks that it was down in the 300s, y'all, it wasn't because y'all was blacking out the show. I'm sorry, but let's just speak facts. It wasn't because y'all were blacking out this. Let me come to the screen because I know. Hold on. But again, it wasn't because y'all were blacking out the show. You gotta make this stuff make sense to me, cause it don't make sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, and again, if conversations have been made higher up and behind the scenes, again, my sentiments are exactly what it was. And here's my thing too. While I while I agree with the fact that you don't want people to be disrespectful, we view other shows with the same things that are going on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it's no different. So when y'all say y'all blacking out like I don't understand. These people aren't blacking out the contract. They're still on the show. They're still they're still in every episode. Like y'all gotta think and process things in order for things to work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And then y'all choose to black out the show during the middle of the second half of the fourth season. "Oh, but we're gonna watch the reunion too." My thing is this, and this is why I told y'all I wasn't participating in the blackout, which why all y'all I don't understand why the content creator because I feel like if I'm gonna watch the show and review it, why would I tell my people to black it out? That's a little hypocritical to me. To me, it's hypocritical. I can't tell my folks to watch the show. I mean, not to watch the show, but I watch it and review it, and you guys feed into the like that to me again is hypocritical. If you're participating in the blackout and you're expected to get up here and review the show, that means you watched the show. So what message are you trying to send? What message are you trying to send? That means that you've watched the show, that you're telling your people to black out. Hmm. But you know what? Again, everybody can have their own sentiments in with it and their own opinions, but again, it just doesn't make sense to me. Listen, if you stop watching the show, that's to me that's not participating in the blackout. If you watch the show because the show has been too much, then that's understandable. There's a certain sector of people who are blacking out the show for whatever reason. You know, that's different to me. That's different. That's different. But again, I gotta call the hypocrisy if you're gonna ask me to watch the show. And I said this in the beginning, did I not? The people that follow me know I said this in the beginning. I don't feel comfortable participating in the blackout and then getting up here and reviewing the show. Because that means I watched the show. So what message am I trying to send out? Even if you watch the show an hour later, a day later, a week later, you still watched it. So what message are you sending out? But they counting YouTube views and they counting views for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday of the next week before they get the ratings out. What? Stuff ain't never changed. It ain't changed just because y'all blacking it out. It's manipulation and arrogance to lead people to your channel, but tell them to black out the show. They too highly of them. They think too highly of themselves. Exactly. Exactly. Like it just to me, again, it's a bunch of hypocrisy. You can't tell your people not to watch the show, but you watch the show and review the show because you still low key making money off of the show. So what message are you sending out? Oh, y'all don't want to talk about it, do you? Y'all want to talk about it? I see because these views keep going up and down. Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about it. I'm offending some folks. Seem like, but I don't care. I said what I said. How in the world would the show get canceled when the ratings are pretty much what they've always been? Point blank. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. Period. I never stopped watching the show. I made a commitment, child. If it if it does wait, if it does go down, then it goes down. Yeah. And I can understand ranting with Ricardo said something yesterday. She said that because she started reviewing this show, she likes to complete tasks. For me, I had to stop it because of my peace of mind. Because the moment we say something wrong or say something that does not agree with the masses, y'all want to send death threats and all kind of stuff. And child, it ain't worth it. All right. To listen, I don't know these people, and y'all don't either. And these people is not for the listen. Call them and tell them your light bill due. See if they pay it for you. Cut it out. Cut it out. Yes, death threats. That's why I had to make my Instagram private. Yes. People are crazy. People are crazy. Then they try to come between Jeremy and I's friendship. Like people are crazy. That's the reason why I stopped reviewing the show. The show had already been renewed for the next season. So the actual blackout isn't gonna do anything. Y'all better watch yourself. Y'all better watch yourself. The people gonna hear y'all. I told y'all I was feeling petty today. You come for me, and I'ma expose you. So you might well let me alone. And if you don't like what I'm saying, just move on. I love when the melaminians, yeah, not when they drag. Let's see. I'm reading some of y'all comments. OMG, not death threats over a show. Yep. Yes. 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 Hey, good morning, Sophia. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, now that's a shame. Yeah, it is. It is. Some millimeters are retired barbs, but just crazy. Child. Well, that's absolutely crazy. Death threats. Yep. These people crazy. LTV production, that part right there. I want to see what they're gonna do when the show actually gets canceled. Um, when the majority of them cover Love and Marriage Huntsville, make it make sense. Child, we stepping on some toes today. Some of the viewers are overly invested. Absolutely. Absolutely. Overly invested. People get on their platforms to review the shows because that's something that they enjoy doing. When you guys take the enjoyment out by being crazy fans, it becomes ridiculous. It becomes absolutely ridiculous. And I've already told y'all, my sentiments have not changed when it comes to this blackout. I've said what I've said from the beginning, and I'm not gonna change it up. And I really think what y'all thought was gonna happen was after I interviewed Mel and asked Mel about it, y'all thought my sentiments were gonna change then, and they did not. My thoughts didn't change. Okay. My thoughts didn't change. And if they did change, I would have to hold myself accountable and let you guys know. But they ain't changed. Question. Thank you for the super chat, Angie. She says, question, Chef Don, what changes do you think need to happen within the show to get viewers watching the show? Because Martell and Mel are the only ones bringing it and want to see others' dirty laundry. My thing is this, like with that show, there's so many cast members that, in my opinion, aren't um transparent enough for the reality realm. And they get away with a lot. So I think it of course needs to be a cash shakeup. I've already told y'all I'm not gonna be reviewing next season, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe something different may come out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. People need to learn to agree to disagree and move on. Adults have an issue with that. Agreeing to disagree in love and moving on. And I think that's what makes Jeremy and I's friendship so well is because we don't always agree on stuff, but folks don't folks don't change my mind with certain stuff. Like my stance is my stance and I stand in it. And I think a lot of times that bothers people. It bothers people. Baby, I love to show out. Come over here with that mess now. They don't have nothing to say. They'll make videos and stuff like that in regards to it, but they're not gonna say nothing here in the chat. Mm-mm. Man, meaning if they do, I'm just here to read them back. Meditation sounds. It ain't even about all that. They are divorced now. Whatever Mel did, she has to repent. Just like Martell needs prayer for that narcissistic spirit. They want everyone marriage to end. Who cares if Tisha stays with her cheating husband? If she likes it, I love it. I think, yeah. I mean, listen, everybody's gonna have their opinion about the show. That's not gonna change. Everybody's gonna have their opinion about the cast members. That's never gonna change. I mean, that's a part of reviewing the show. That's a part of talking about the show. So for me, again, it's just y'all fans. No, y'all not running me away from nothing. I just need peace, and I don't got time to get up here and not have fun when I get on my show on my own platform. Martell repenting. Don't hold your breath, child. Okay. The show isn't even good to be going through all of that. I mean, we see that Housewives just made 1 million views Sunday. And listen, and it just may be because I'm not deep, 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 deep into the sector with them people, but I don't have to worry about this stuff. Y'all crazy. Y'all is crazy. And I don't understand why, listen, I seen comments where if we don't stand for something, we'll file for anything. Girl, use that for something else. Don't use that for this. Don't use that for this. That man ain't been on an episode since. And I really told y'all, listen, while I'm so grateful that Kimmy has gone through everything that she's gone through, um, I just can't continue to make it not known that Kimmy was the first one to bring him up at that table. So for me, the smoke is for the wrong person. And that just is what it is. It just is what it is. But listen, if y'all want to black out the show, go off. All right? Go off. Do what you want. Do what you want. Um, just letting you know at this point, you ain't stopping nothing. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So yeah, I thought I'd ruffle a few feathers. I thought I'd ruffle a few feathers. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Kimmy, I mean, at the end of the day, Kimmy was the one that did that. And then, but y'all got smoked for the wrong person. And look, and I get it. I get it. People didn't want to have the smoke for Kimmy because Kimmy was going through her issue. But at the end of the day, you still did it. And I think the point of the matter is while we keep hollering around this disrespect, and yes, I have watched the Miss Van's interview to see what happened and stuff like that. But I feel like, again, we're not going back to the source. I told y'all, okay, I always had it. Period. I've always had smoke for Kimmy as well. I mean, in this particular situation, and I already told y'all last season, what got me with Kimmy was the whole conversation between her and Kiki. That kind of threw me off, so that made me really like Kimmy. I'm seeing you, cause I'm not gonna lie. I didn't start seeing Kimmy's really like ways until last reunion. So I wish Kimmy the best and still held her accountable. Yeah, I feel like she still has to be held accountable, even through all of that. She still has to be held accountable for bringing that man around. I mean, bringing him up. We're talking about Wanda, and here you is bringing this man up. And you know what? I'm on something. Let me say something else. Let me say something else. Um, For those of you that like to get on platforms and think that you guys are bullying other content creators, um, Imma go ahead and address it. I'm sure he might not say nothing else about it, but I happened to listen to a panel that Jeremy was on, and Jeremy gave his opinion. He never gave his opinion in a disrespectful manner or anything. And the way that you guys really ride for male, somebody just saying, and everybody actually on the panel said this in so many different words. They were saying that Mel should not have let Martell go on that trip. Bottom line, right? Folks think that production as she said the production as all this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, the thing was, has Martell changed enough, or has he been away enough to really change and me see the pattern in that change to allow him to come on this trip? That's what everybody was saying, right? And everybody was saying it in so many different ways. Of course, people who were agreeing with Melody was going on the side of buttering that up, but the people who disagreed just flat out that Mel allowed Martell to go, it was like y'all wanted to eat people up. But listen, I'm sorry, interview or not, Mel is human. Mel is absolutely human. And I just don't understand, like, the way y'all was coming at him for his opinion is really weird to me because he never gave it in any disrespectful manner, ever. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't do any of that. He just asked you guys follow-up questions and gave his opinion. Then you got people on there, well, you're not gonna ever get to change my opinion, and that's what you're trying to manipulate us and do. Y'all gotta cut that crap out. Listen, he went up on the panel, he held his own, but y'all are really weird. Y'all are weird. Yeah, I caught y'all weird. Y'all weird. Y'all are weird. I do weird stuff. You do real stuff. Weird, weird stuff. All right, listen, I'm gonna invite y'all to come on up and have a little talk with me. All right. Uh, but I know a lot of people will dislike what I've said, but it is what it is. I just gotta speak what the truth is. I gotta speak what the truth is. So I feel like, again, if we're all going to drag the fact that Melody did that and it's not said in a way that you want it to be said, and you want to drag people on the platform, y'all always saying the same thing. Like, literally. Good morning, everything.
Good morning, Chef. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I won't keep you long so other people can come up and talk with you, but you hit on a lot of really good points. There were even like some of the normal thinking millimeters, they actually agreed that Melody made a mistake in inviting Martell on the vacation. I think that she thought that, it would be great for the kids. And then she didn't know that he was going to go ballistic on social media and even through the courts. So he really pulled a fast one on her. I feel like her heart was in the right place. She just made a mistake in judgment. She thought that he would act right?
Right.
Yes, I totally agree with you there. And I'm sorry that if anyone goes up on a panel and they have an opinion that's the opposite of someone else's, people just go in on the attack. I don't know why people just can't disagree with others and it just leave it at that, but it gets really intense. And I think it's more like a trauma bond with Melody. So I'm proud of her too. She left a bad marriage and she works really hard to generate income. But I think a lot of women who can relate to her, like they actually went through this same exact scenario, they have formed like this trauma bond with her, and it just makes them lose their minds.
It's crazy.
It is. It is very crazy. And then I want to speak briefly on the Kevin Hunter story. So I think that is crazy that a 22-year-old gets to live in a luxury apartment that's worth $2 million in Miami, and he is still in school. So Wendy Williams, she's not teaching her son that you have to work for this money. She didn't just wake up one day a millionaire. She worked on the radio, she worked on TV. She had to work for all that money. And he's still in school. I don't know why he couldn't live in the college dorms. What's wrong with that? I even think Sasha Obama, she goes to the University of Michigan here, and it's in Ann Arbor. I think she lives in the dorms. So I don't know why Wendy Williams' son can't just live in a dorm. I don't know what makes him any better. And poor thing, because she lost control over her money, that's how he got behind in rent. And see, now if she still can't write a check for him, it's going to probably hit his credit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think that sucks. But he could have been living in a dorm room. I don't know what's wrong with him living there.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, $2 million for what?
Yeah, exactly. He's just a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, honestly, you got family down there, so I'm not even understanding. Yeah, and I get it. You don't want to stay with your family, but I'm just saying, like, $2 million. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Or he could have stayed in one of the off-campus apartments, which is still, it's not going to be high class because y'all are college students. You're supposed to be studying anyway. So I don't know what makes him any better. And I also want to give you your props, Chef, for covering the serious stories, like
Thank you.
the young people who have been taken out, unfortunately. Not everybody wants to touch the serious stories because they just want to be entertaining, but I appreciate you for being so compassionate towards the families and giving their stories some exposure, because I would not have known about Rasheen Carter had I not seen your thumbnail, and I would not have learned about Miss Zakira Kemp. So I not only watched, but you actually caused me to Google their names. And then that's when I learned what happened to them. So it was so funny. Like I Googled Rasheen Carter, and then after I saw your thumbnail, and then when you went live, that's why I could come in the chat. Like, oh my goodness, he was just contracted to work in that small town because I saw your thumbnail and it made me Google him. So you're
Yeah.
being very responsible with your channel and getting a lot of good information out. And I just want you to know you're doing the right thing.
Thank you. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Well, I will drop down and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you. Thank you for coming up.
No problem. Bye bye.
Bye. Okay. So, guys, I thank you for that, Ebony. Again, I dropped the link, guys. If you guys have some things to say, hey, not Aunt Natty, how are you? How are you, love? Again, you are also in our thoughts and prayers. I'm so sorry for your loss. So you are definitely in our thoughts and prayers over here. Family has not forgotten about you. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Shit, all they want. I was in the campus apartment. We already knew that. Period. If you don't,
Oh, I forgot to change it. I promise you ain't trying to be messy. I swear I forgot to change it.
you in the
I
sip
forgot it was
bag.
up there till you said something. Well, I'm gonna leave my hand up since it's already up. I promise y'all I was trying to be messy this time. I promise y'all I wouldn't. I forgot it was up there from yesterday.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
See, it's your fault. If you wouldn't laughing, I would be
Wait,
laughing.
wait. And the funny thing is I went back and watched that live when he came up on the platform. We had mad smoke with him in the comment section, baby.
I told
Mad
you my
smoke.
favorite part about that live. It was when he called you Dunny or something. And Jeremy said, wait, you will address him by his proper name. He is Chef Don Dante.
He gonna say,
I'm,
then he gonna say, "Oh, I give him that. I give him that." No, you are gonna give me that over here on my channel. What?
I'm sorry. I really didn't come up here to be goofy. I promise you I didn't, but you got me laughing. I totally forgot that picture was still up. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get myself together. I came to be serious. So I see Aunt Natty is in the chat. Aunt Natty, we love you so much. And we have
Yeah.
been praying for you. We have been keeping you in our thoughts. I hope you feel all of our love and positive energy your way. So glad to see you today. And we are here to support you in any way that you may need. Um, Happy birthday again, Linda. If she's still in the chat, I know she said she's going to be in and out. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
tell her happy birthday again. You know, we love us some Linda Gamble.
She supports. She supports.
And today, today is the hump day. So, them humps be kind of ugh. But we gonna get through it, y'all. We gonna climb over that hump. Um,
Period.
the Wendy Williams thing is interesting because part of me, the messy conspiracy theorist in me, wants to believe it's all on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That would be the ultimate plot twist, and I really would live for it if Wendy was like, aha, aha at the end. But in all actuality, I may be in the minority with this. I think Wells Fargo should have frozen her assets. It was too many people around her taking advantage of her, and she just doesn't seem lucid 100% of the time.
Mm.
She just doesn't. She just is
Mm.
not well. And I mean, I've never had any major illness, um, but I'm sure you can relate, and quite proud of several people in the chat. I know when you like, especially if you've been hospitalized or you constantly have to go to the doctor and your focus is just on feeling better and, fighting through whatever illness you're going through, you really don't be worried about the day-to-day stuff. That's when you are at your most vulnerable. And I really believe people were taking advantage of her. Her guard
Yeah.
has been down because she just doesn't have the energy to put towards her defenses of, especially as a celebrity, like everyday people. You got to worry about when you sick, people coming in out your house and taking stuff out your house. And that's just for a normal person. I would only imagine as a celebrity who has access and so much money, how many snakes are around. And it be the
Yeah.
people closest to you. It
You
really
know,
do.
I was gonna bring this up because I feel like this was some crazy stuff and nobody is talking about this again. You remember back, what was it, about 2 months ago when Jason Lee released that tape of Wendy saying she was actually married?
Mm-hmm.
But then that interview that she just did, what was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
She said that that man was just her friend.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, so ain't nobody gonna talk about that?
I mean, it's so much happening, but I don't think, because I mean, I've been going Wells Fargo, but I'm saying that Wells Fargo is a big bank, right? We're not talking about some little small credit union or whatever. We're talking about actually like major bank
Corporate
in
bank,
this
right?
country. I don't think they would have the power or authority to just freeze her assets, and not even temporarily. It's been ongoing for quite some time now.
It's been a year.
They can't tell us this because that's private information, but I'm pretty sure there were a number of transactions that were suspicious, and there's a procedure in place to protect those things. And I can absolutely see that happening because again, everybody know when your grandmama is sick and she up in age. You got people coming in and out the house, taking little things here and there. You got to watch people for that. So I can only imagine what you got to watch when it's money around. And then let's keep it real. Wendy has never been the type to have a lot of friends. So now that she's like not well, she got all these friends out of nowhere. Where y'all been all this time? She's always been like solo dolo, just her and her husband and her son. And I know most people are just like, well, that's her son. Yeah, but he's also Kevin's son. And Kevin is absolutely suspect. Who's to say that he ain't got some traits of his daddy in him? Because
And
ultimately, he is a young man who is used to living a certain way. So he probably ain't used to being told no. He was an only child, her miracle baby. They probably never told him no growing up.
yeah,
You just never know. I think Wells Fargo, I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I think Wells Fargo need to freeze some assets. Because when it comes down to it, she worked very hard for a very long time to get where she is. Whether you hate or love her, Wendy definitely earned her spot in this industry and in pop culture history. And it would be a crime and a shame for her to lose most of her assets because of people around her when she was not well.
right.
If anything, it's giving me what's her name? Uh we were just talking about her not too long ago on Jeremy's channel. B Smith, is that her name, guys? The chef who had Alzheimer's and her husband moved
Yeah.
his girlfriend in their home. It's giving me
Mhm.
that. I'm gonna just keep milking you until you dry, and I'm gonna bring other people into your life so they can milk you too.
Yeah, now I don't trust Jason Lee. I actually don't like Jason Lee at all over here. I drags him. But
I if how does it go? If Jason Lee had 100 haters, I'm one of the 100. If he had 10 haters, I am one of the 10. If he had one hater, I am the hater. If he had 0 haters, I am no longer on this earth. I genuinely don't like him.
me either. Me either.
And I hate the fact that
Can't
y'all
stand to see him walking.
let him become who he is. And it's even worse since he's lost weight. I just don't like him.
He lost a little weight and he really
And
thought he
he
was.
really, I mean, the ego just, I
Yeah, that ego. Ooh,
genuinely, on top of everything, y'all let him get a little bit of weight off of his chest. Jesus.
yeah.
So,
I
yes.
I don't I don't care for Jason Lee, y'all.
Um, Now, Linda, you my girl, but you know you gave me a false alarm earlier.
Wait,
She
what
had told me
happened?
one to put up a post. So, you know, I went over there running. And it was just a positive affirmation. It wasn't nothing special. I was very upset.
Yeah, she made one yesterday too. I thought I
Just
was about to see something and it wasn't nothing.
at this point, it's starting to feel like a personal attack towards me. And I don't, what could I have done to for her to feel like she needs to come at me like that? What could I have possibly done to deserve that?
Ah, it's true. Of course, Wendy loves her baby, but he loves that money more.
I mean, he young. He young and he used to access. Like, I ain't saying he don't love his mama. I'm just saying he's used to. He listen. I know how the people be living down in the Miami, and I'm telling y'all now. Since COVID, and people have these jobs. I have a fully remote job. Since people have these jobs that have gone 100% remote, we call them snowbirds. The people who travel to Florida during the winter, these snowbirds done permanently moved down here. The cost of living that was already super high in Miami has shot through the roof because when it comes down to it, let me break the number in the words if I let's get ready to do your math. Um, a lot of remote jobs, the pay is based off of the cost of living in the state you live in. So if you work remotely for a company based out of Massachusetts, New York, San Francisco being the city with the highest cost of living, you're making a significant larger amount of money than people in like the Alabamas, the Georgias, states like that. So when you bring your income for a state with a higher cost of living to a state with a lower cost of living, it drives the cost of living up in that area. And that is currently what's happening in Miami. Within the next 5 years, native people who are native to Miami and other parts of South Florida are not going to be able to afford to live there anymore. It's going to be a city of complete transplants.
I believe it.
So that is what's currently happening. I don't know why He needs to leave. Real talk. You're not gonna be able to afford without your mama's money. You're not gonna be able to afford to stay in Miami. You need to go on and find somewhere else to go, or get in school, get a degree, and get a job like the rest of us. That's always an option.
Period.
Everybody can't be a rapper. Everybody can't be a scammer.
Oh,
you got to lose hours of sleep dealing. You know what? Everybody can't be the next top stripper. You know, it's okay to have a regular job. I don't know if anybody ever told y'all that, but it feels good every 2 weeks when you get your paycheck. Now, working is ghetto. Don't get me wrong. However, ain't nothing wrong with having a regular job and being able to afford to pay your bills. It's quite
okay.
admirable. Everybody don't have to start an LLC, you know?
Child.
Y'all got these people thinking they need an LLC every 5 minutes. What you gonna sell? What you gonna sell? Everybody can't sell hair. Everybody can't do lashes. Everybody can't put on wigs. It's okay to have a regular job. There's plenty of people hiring. Some good seasonal workout.
Period.
We the
I
ones
don't
to
know
keep
how
the
native.
turbo around. Okay, we the ones to keep the economy up and afloat. The
True,
regular
Monique.
people with regular jobs. Just saying.
Everybody can't be a. Ooh. You know what?
Come on,
So,
Angie.
can I ask you, how do you feel about Melody's statement about Love and Marriage Huntsville? I want to. I want to be messy. I mean, you got the picture up here. Why not?
Well, okay. I have always said, moment of transparency. I have not watched the show on television since he put his arm in the air and waved it like he don't care. I don't support incels. I just don't. I genuinely don't support incels. I thought it was, and it's. Listen, look. I know I am goofy and a little bit messy, but I promise y'all, I got a little bit of sense. I know what I be talking about. I told y'all that man gives me violent. I've said so many times I wouldn't be surprised if somebody came forward and said he has been abusive to them in the past, and I've said that it was very irresponsible for production to do that, especially considering that they were intending on ambushing those women, specifically Miss Van, and that was dangerous because this man right here ain't wrapped too tight. So I didn't like the fact that they gave an incel a platform, and I have not watched the show on television since then. Now I know the people say YouTube views count. It don't. I've actually been watching it. I've actually been watching the show on Mr. World Premiere when I feel like it, because honestly, I don't really watch the entire Love and Marriage Huntsville episode unless it's something interesting. I don't really care for sitting through Tisha and Marceau scenes. I typically skip through them. But that's how I've been watching the show when I feel like it. I really don't be watching it all the time. However, they're right. You've always been right. She's right, and Miss Van is right. This is not actually going to make a dent. And I'm saying to you, as someone who has participated in blackouts of shows before, when I was younger and Glee was still on TV, we took a stand. The Gleeks, we took a stand against some of the content that was happening on Glee. We felt like it was irresponsible. We didn't like the fact that some of the characters didn't get fully developed storylines. They were writing these characters as tropes. I did not like the way they were writing Mercedes Jones. Shout out to Amber Riley. And we decided we were going to stop supporting the show during season 4. And the way we mobilized is that we started having movie nights on the days that Glee would air. I think Glee used to air on Thursdays. We started having movie nights. So that way y'all won't be tempted to watch the episode. We're going to have movie nights. We used to watch movies on Watch Together. Every week was a different movie. And we stopped engaging on social media. And I want to say when season 4 started, by the time the new year came in, they started to change up how they was writing that show. We had a problem with how the character was being written. We felt like there was some borderline fat phobic things happening, some racist things happening, and we called them to the carpet. They didn't respond, so we took away their views. By New Year, season 4, they were changing how they were writing those characters, and they bumped up the pay for the people that we wanted them to pay more. So I know what I'm talking about. This was always misdirected from day one. And truth be told, all the people claiming to participate in the blackout still watching the show.
Period. I mean, the numbers prove
It
it.
was never gonna work. And this is no shade, because I really feel like if you really have an issue with something that's happened on television, the first thing you have to do is disengage. But if you really want to mobilize like that, who am I to stop you for whatever reason you may have? I'm just saying y'all were never doing it correctly. And also harassing people who were still watching the show wasn't gonna work either. If y'all really want to do something, go after the sponsors. But people ain't got no sense. It was never really about what they claimed it was about. Y'all just like attacking people.
Because at first it was about the disrespect of Mark being on the show. And then when you asked them, it had nothing to do with Mel and Miss Band. They had nothing to do with Mel and Miss Band. We blacking out the show cause 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 Carlos is disrespectful.
That this whole situation has just been like crazy from day one. But yeah, I always said that. So when she started doing those interviews and she was saying that she had concerns for her safety and she went and filed a police report, I was like, I told y'all that man don't look like he wrapped too tight. He done been in the military. He probably got some untreated PTSD, some other mental health issues. He needs to go ahead to the VA and letting people give him some help, because they got plenty of resources out here for him and other vets. But
Ooh,
for whatever reason, he like living in the woods. I don't know.
mm,
He'll feel a
ooh.
lot better when he do.
I didn't see the point in Mark being on the show, but the outrage from the viewers, disingenuous in my
Yeah, it's
opinion.
and to be quite honest, for most people, it's not even really him. Like I said, it let's say it was the opposite. Let's say he was Melody's brother and he was trying to come at Letitia. And I don't like Letitia nor Bald Mouth. I would still have the same point of view. It's not about Melody. It's about him. You do not give men like him a platform. You don't give the Kevin Samuels of the world a platform. I'm still pissed off that people listen to DJ Academics. Because why? Wouldn't you rather stare at a
Child,
wall?
I would rather listen to these dogs bark
I'm
and
just saying
whine.
there are so many other things that you could be doing, but I'm saying I don't think people like them should get like we live in a world where people commit acts of violence against women every day. You don't give people like that a platform. You don't. So yes, it really don't matter who he was going up against. He don't need to be on this show. It's never been about Melody for me. That's always been my stance. But I'm saying y'all don't even have a complete understanding of why he is a problem. Most people have an issue because they ganging up on Mel. That lady done told y'all she don't need your help. She got this. That
She
ain't the
done told me.
reason.
She
If
done
anything,
told
y'all
me.
need to be more concerned with why he's stalking her mama and what he planned on doing. He can't even give you a genuine answer on why he got a problem with that woman.
Child, Monique like academics, child. He
Monique, I am yet praying for you.
okay. Me too.
Deep in prayer, okay? Deep in prayer for Monique, because I like Monique.
But I don't like that man. I
Oh
don't.
no.
I don't like how anyway. I
No,
don't
I'm
like him.
saying like that man is not well. And in the words of Erica Dinero, y'all need to read the Yelp reviews. I would advise any woman in close vicinity of him to stay away from him. It is a reason why them brothers don't let him come around. When your own family say, "No, I'll meet you at the park." You
My
can't come
thing is,
over for ribs and football. No, we're gonna meet you where you stay. It is for a reason.
this is a little off topic, right?
Hmm.
So I get a message from a person that I haven't talked to in probably over 2, 3 months, and they hit me up with, "Hey,"
Just hey, oh no.
and my response was, "Bye."
Come on, Eddie. Yes.
What are we doing? We are grown. Why are we sitting up here saying hi and what you doing? Man,
So
go
is
to
this
God.
okay? So is this somebody that you like were like friends with or something, and they just haven't talked in a while?
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I'm a little
Was it like
disturbed by
deep
the hate.
attention, or y'all just kind of like just fell off talking on to each other?
No, I think just time and both parties working and
Yeah,
life.
okay, that that happens. Sometimes people just kind of just, fall off or whatever like that. Okay. So do you mind saying why you questioned the timing?
Well, it wasn't that I necessarily questioned the time, and I'm questioning the fact that and I'm not even questioning
Mm-hmm.
why why you just hit me up at the blue time. I hate like
I gotta
here's
know
my
more to
thing.
really
I
understand why you feel like that.
I feel like when you have a person that you don't talk to in a while, right? You
Mm-hmm.
don't just approach them with a dry hey. I mean,
What would
we
have been an appropriate response for you to feel different? Like, what would you have preferred?
you could have said, "Hey, how you doing? You doing all right? What's going on? Happy with something?" But just
Oh,
hey,
okay. Okay. I think I'm picking up on it now.
I don't
Okay.
know because and I get you can't expect you out of other people, but I feel like if you intentionally know we haven't talked in a couple months,
Mm-hmm.
hey would kind of be like a like what? It
Like, what
would
we gonna
annoy
talk about?
me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of annoyed me to read that hey, and then it's like, what you doing? And then like last week I had to get somebody together because I didn't respond in the time they wanted me to respond. They was asking me, hey, how you doing? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I didn't see the message. Then they messaged me back with this emoji, the okay emoji, and the peace emoji. Now you know that set me on fire.
People actually don't know how to communicate no more.
That set me on fire because I'm like, um, can you grow up? I just didn't see your message. Like, this is why I always tell you. This is why I always tell y'all. I just stay to myself for multiple reasons, and this is one of the reasons because God is still working on me. Okay, I used to be
You think
very
that's an issue
fast to
though?
respond, and I'm getting better at that.
You think that's an issue though?
Do I think it's an issue?
Mm-hmm.
I think it used to be an issue because I used to be horrible.
I'm saying, well, I get that, whatever your growth may be. But I'm saying, if you have a preference on how you want people in your life to communicate to you, why that's a problem? We all got our preferences. I got a preference too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
I
don't think
agree
there's
with
nothing
that.
wrong with
I just
that.
I just felt like a hey was like kind of like a little slap in the face. Like we ain't talked in 2 months, and that's how you gotta say.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Chef is not meant for you to be around a person. Um, that's what it is. Child, I'll never be around people. I told you I ain't been nowhere really done nothing since April, child.
Thank you. See, Tracy Chappelle gets me because that's what I like, babe. I don't like somebody to just text me all the time. I want somebody to call me. I love
Yeah,
somebody
I
to
like
take
to
in my
talk on the
ear.
phone too. Well, it looks like
Is that
Miss
Evangelist
Francine is
Francine?
on
The
her way
treasurer is in
somewhere.
the building.
It ain't.
Hey.
Hey
This ain't the
y'all,
phone
how are
case this
you?
time, y'all.
How are you?
Doing good, doing
How you
good. How
doing,
you
Evangelist
doing?
Francine?
I'm doing fine. I'm in the car with my sister. We riding. Hey y'all, hey.
Hey, sis.
Hey Sid, how you doing? How you
That's
doing?
Chef Donda. He said, "How you doing?" I'm good.
That's good. That's good.
All right, let me see. Let me speak to my peoples. Hold on. Let me see who up in here.
We got Aunt Natty in the building.
Simply elegant one. Hi,
Today
Aunt
is
Nettie
Linda's
there.
birthday.
Whose birthday?
Today is Linda Gamble's birthday.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, happy
Happy
birthday, Linda
birthday
Gamble.
to you.
There go Jay
Happy
2018.
birthday.
Who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, Angie Butterfly. Hey, Angie Butterfly.
Monique in the building being
Hi,
messy.
hi, Monique King, Queen B,
I'm
Veronica. Hi,
surprised that
Veronica.
LMV ain't in here being messy.
Yet.
Okay. So,
I
how
love
many
my
people
messy
in the
squad.
chat?
There's 80 people in here.
Huh?
80?
80 people in the chat. So, I need $2 or more from everybody in the chat. How about that? Y'all,
Mm.
Cash App,
Y'all, we could
it's
do
the
$2.
holidays. You got to be grateful. You got to be thankful. And you also got to give to receive. So, y'all give a little bit of Christmas cheer and Christmas love.
I love the holidays, y'all. I do.
Let me
That was
take
my
my
mom's
headphones
favorite
off.
time of the year, and when I lost
There
her,
we go. Oops,
I
I don't drop them. Oh, there we go. Am I
okay,
here? Can
there's
y'all see me?
yes, we
Okay.
can, we can.
Okay. Where Thick Girl at?
Probably
Probably sleep.
sleep.
Sleep. Yeah, she sleep. I know she sleep. She's down there.
You know
Where
she
he at?
nocturnal.
He in Texas.
And the fact that we said it at the
Dallas,
same
right,
time.
Chef?
Yes.
Dallas. Okay. Yep. So,
Now
Come
she
on,
said works on
Delies.
Wednesdays.
huh?
She don't work no other day of the week.
Who? I
LMV.
can't hear y'all. I can't hear my phone breaking up, but y'all donate so Chef Don Don can call y'all out. Um, just give a little Christmas cheer to help to keep the channel rolling, to help keep seeing his face. And y'all have a good day. He gonna call your name out. Y'all continue to donate, and I will see y'all later.
Yes, y'all
All
enjoy
right.
y'all day.
Enjoy
Bye,
y'all
sis.
day. Bye, sister.
I gotta. I'm stuck. This thing stuck.
Y'all love Evangelist Presley.
Evangelist come up here and do her job, okay?
Yes, she does.
Evangelist say she comes up here to do her job, period.
Hilarity.
The fact that
But
she's still
yes.
backstage, though. There she go.
Trying to figure it out.
What's going on, Tanja J? What's going on? What's
Hey,
going
Tandra
on?
J. I need to hear about this party because you know we never had our trivia night that I was gonna win.
We still gonna
Is
do
that
it.
why you didn't have
So,
it? Because all the people was complaining about me winning and they want to lose to me.
because
That
see,
probably was why.
Kimber,
I know
Kimber
that's
had
why.
talked about you yesterday. I don't know if you know. I'm fit to be messy a little bit.
Kimber talked about
I mean,
me.
not Kimber. It was simply elegant one. My bad.
Oh, see, she talked about me, not my
Yeah,
good
because
sis.
I'm gonna have to be a little messy. Simply, sorry, but she has said that that's probably why you couldn't be found that other night. Cause no,
Err.
she said the fact that we y'all be having game night, the Martin trivia late, and she don't get to whoop you because
I miss
you gonna get whooped.
I missed the first Martin night. See, that's what she see how people be messing, they don't be right. I missed the first Martin night. And then the second one, I was doing a little overtime. So I didn't even know they were having game night. It was live. And by the time I went in, I came in on question. Let me tell y'all how I had to spank them real quick. I went in on question number 16 out of 30, either 30 or 50. But anyways, and I ended up being number 2. So you know I would have been number 1 if I was there from the very first question. Y'all ain't gonna spank me at this
Well,
trivia.
first of all,
Hmm.
Simply Elegant One probably don't know that, because she wasn't there either. I'm just saying. But anyway,
But
um,
Simply Elegant One, child, we would have ended up being number 1 and number 2. Because when I tell you them questions were so easy, the people ain't know what the name of Shanae's hair salon was. The people ain't know what kind of car Cole drove. The people ain't know who
no.
Shanae's best friends was. The people ain't know the name of Martin's restaurant. They
Oh,
ain't know nothing. They ain't know the name of Martin's TV show. Girl, we would have won.
period.
You would have won that with your eyes closed and bad
Hey, Johnny
Wi-Fi.
Jones, what's going on? Uh, I thought Chef was interviewing the Silverback. There won't be an interview with the Silverback. There will be a roast session with the Silverback. We'll
No, it's
never
not
get
the
an interview.
silver bag. This I really did forget to take this down. Now if I was talking like this and speaking this way when I answered your questions, then maybe that would be the interview that I was interviewing for.
Well, we
Chef.
can't interview anybody who is out doing stuff like this. He is out there
So
dragging them people through the forest.
listen, don't make me
So
slide into my silverback voice, child. My Beetlejuice voice. I ain't gonna do it because I'm supposed to be working. But I'm just saying, if I had wanted to give an interview, I would give an interview so that the sheriff could talk to the people about what the people need to know, what's really going on behind the scenes, so I can tell my side of the story.
you know,
I ain't gonna do it,
now
Beto,
that we
y'all.
own him though, now that we own him, since we brought him up,
Since
um,
he here with his
you
hand
know,
there.
the interesting thing is that he ain't had now an interview since after the gray hair diva interviewed him,
What do you
and
want to talk about?
in that particular interview, that's the interview where he said that allegedly Kimmy was the one who keep bringing him up, and that's why I say y'all be needing to smoke with Kimmy because the
You think the
silverback.
people told him to get off of her because she said?
I do, I do, I do, I really do, and probably Maurice too.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. My stance has always been, because I remember when Jeremy was up here asking, and I feel very comfortable in my stance about that. I have wished her well. Um, I have, oh shoot, I have wanted nothing but the best for her. However, I still feel like we can call you to the carpet. Now, we may not drag you and roast you in normal fashion. However, I don't feel like just because you're not feeling well, I mean, you can't tell somebody when they did something messed up. And I told y'all, I think she did do it. I called it from day one, the very first time she mentioned his name at that table. And I don't think it's because she don't like Mel. I think it's because I don't want to talk about me and Maurice's personal business.
A deflector. I've been saying that since the season came back on. She deflected from the linebacker conversation. She deflected from all of that by focusing on other people's stuff.
She been shifting on everybody. She been worried
Yep.
about Mel and Martell. She's been worried about, as long as it's not anybody with the last name Scott. She was talking about Miss Van. She's talked about Tiffany and Lewis. She was talking about everybody but her and her family.
Yep. I've
And
been
I'm
saying that.
thinking, they probably do got some. Listen, since we here, can I just tip my foot in the step my foot in the left? Excuse me, my left foot in the game now.
We already in here, child.
We
Both of
already
these
in here.
ought to be in here by now.
So I watched that episode, and I was
Mhm.
confused because I was like, okay. Initially watching it, I was like, for those of y'all who ain't participating in the blackout in the chat, y'all tell me if I'm misunderstanding things. When I initially watched the episode, I was like, hey, Maurice and Tisha are not Maurice, Marcel and Tisha are horrible people. Because y'all remember when he went over there for that little brotherly love moment? And he was like, oh, well, Tisha was telling me a little something about this, but she said it may potentially be cancer. And he was like, no, it's cancer. Now I'm scratching my head because I was like, why would she go home and tell her husband it's potentially cancer when we saw at that little period party, she was fake crying and everything saying, no, no, no. Like, you were told it was cancer. So why would you tell your husband it's potentially cancer? And then I'm like, okay. And then at the same time, why wouldn't you reach out to either one of them and be like, hey, Tisha just told me what might be going on. Just want to let you know, we're here for you, anything you may need. How do you hear that and not reach out? So my initial thought is, they're horrible people. Now, I'm studying, marinating on it, and I'm realizing things don't add up. I'm like, this just don't make sense. Then it finally clicks for me. Kimmy didn't want to film when she first found out. And they went back, once she decided to film, they went back and recreated these moments to show how people were reacting, which I don't know the purpose. I honestly do not get the point of. Like, I didn't need to see people's initial reaction to hearing she had cancer. I don't think that was needed. Now, if you're going to show how she's being supported by her loved ones, that makes sense. But to go back and reenact you learning for the first time that she has it is so fraudulent to me. I don't care what anybody says. That's me. It's fraudulent and it was unnecessary. Why are you fake crying adhering that she has cancer if you've already been told and pretending it's the first time. And then it clicked for me why they did that, y'all. He production wanted to humanize the Scotts and see who they are intentionally pinpointing to do this with. They didn't even show us Jalen's reaction to his mom having cancer. We're seeing Letitia pretend to hear it for the first time, and we're seeing Marceau pretend to hear it for the first time. He is intentionally trying to humanize the people who the fans get on the most. And I'm saying, Martell, as terrible of a man you are, you should feel stupid. Because they have never gone out of their way to humanize you. And you and your wife, your ex-wife, brought this show to them as a concept. They have built this show up on you and this girl and you and Melody's backs. Mm-hmm. And they have never done really anything to support you. Everybody is really eating off of your pain and the breakdown of your marriage. Because don't get me wrong, he totally messed up. He totally messed up his marriage. It is completely his fault. And so why they've broken up. However, I'm not about to sit here and lie and say that man ain't got a lot of regrets. He don't deserve her, and honestly, no woman to either. Not even just Melody, just any woman in general. Because you need to do some growing up and you need to do some growth. But I completely understand my life has been shattered by this event happening in my life, and I've had to broadcast it on television, get dragged through the mud, and people still to this day, because God knows we do, drag this man all across the internet, every little move he made, and everybody else on that show has profited off of his pain, and they have never gone out of their way to give him a humanizing moment like that. And I'm saying, when it comes down to it, Martell, you left the gate open. You allow these people into your life to create and stir up this mess and mayhem, and now they are eating off of your hard work. Marceau still makes fun of you to this day when he wouldn't even have the life he had if it wasn't for him knowing you. And production is
can I address this real quick? I forgot to a while ago, but I started your comment, Tanta J. So is this like your blackout, like the one that you're doing? Is you're doing it because the Scots are messy, or is that the message that you're sending out?
Yes, Tangela, would you mind elaborating?
Yeah, I would like clarification.
How are you participating in the blackout? Are you not watching the show at all? Like, I would like to know, like, and what you said, the Scots. Can you go into a little more detail in the comments? I would love to hear it.
But that's
or
something
come up.
new,
Where's
though.
the link? Come up.
That's something new, though. That's why I'm asking. Like, because
if you don't mind, come up and talk to us.
I thought it was because of the disrespect of Mark, but that's why I was asking: is this your own reason for blacking out the show, or what? Yeah, that's all. I just need clarification. That's all.
Yeah, we just want to ask you a couple questions. just come up. But yeah, I always say Martell left the gate open. Like, when you met this man, he was a manager at a movie theater, from what the people say. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
Yeah,
but the people say he was managing a movie theater and having money problems, him and his wife. No shade, because he was, the people was trying to get it how they could get it back then. I mean, just in general, ain't nothing wrong with having a regular job. I stand firm on that. I'm saying this man and his wife has been a blessing to you. And I'm not saying that you gotta kiss up to them and beg them or anything. I'm saying it is really messed up that you can tell Marceau and Tisha laugh and pick fun at him all the time. And I just think they were never his friends.
Never.
Is my point. I just think they were never, ever his friends. And I'm saying, I don't even think he really understands that even now to this day. Like, I think Mel finally picked up on it. These people never really liked me. But for sure, Martell don't really see the fact that man ain't never really been your friend.
Ever.
Everybody, and literally their mama. Everybody and their mama is literally making money off of being on this show. And you are the connection. Right. You left the gate open. A real friend, especially when you're the one that put them onto the real estate game, a real friend would have did everything they could to help you pass that test. Because let me tell you, I've had friends who, before I graduated from college, who were struggling to pass certain tests and certifications. I even had a friend once who they did not get their high school diploma.
Tanja is probably not in the chat anymore. She probably has left and gone somewhere else.
Oh, that was... Okay. Um, I've had friends who I've had a friend who did not get their high school diploma and was trying to take the ACT test. Well, okay, let me be more specific. They did not pass one portion of the state standardized test here to required for graduation, the reading portion, and they were trying to take the ACT to replace that test because it can replace the score. And this person had taken it multiple times and did not score high enough on the ACT. You need a 16 or higher. And I'm saying I've stayed up all night helping this person prepare for that test so that they could get that diploma. And I'm saying that's what a real friend does. You do what you can to support friends. I just think it's really messed up. Y'all know he's not good. He's probably just not good at test taking. I'm saying that as an educator. It's plenty of people who are like smart, but they're just not good at test taking for whatever reason. There are multiple reasons. And he obviously is not going to pass it or do well. Y'all help the man get he helped you get a leg up. Why you can't help him get a leg up? Instead of making fun of him in your confessionals. The people never liked you, Martell.
And they make fun of him in his face.
They make fun of him in his face. They make fun of him in the confessionals. And you better believe when he ain't around, they be a keying when he ain't around. Yep. They make fun of you. Them people do not like you. And he don't understand that. He left the gate open. He continues to leave the gate open. Why would you invite them to Destin?
Yeah. You know,
trying to film a scene and stretch out that season. He don't get it. He don't get it. And I'm just like, them people do not care for you. Again, a real friend would have done anything they could. I get that y'all fell out, but again, when you needed help, I helped you when you were down. Even put money in your hands, according to the people. Why? It's just interesting to me. It's interesting to me. He got Inez wine. Y'all gonna put it up in the cigar lounge? Y'all gonna stock his wine in the cigar lounge?
No.
Why? That's your friend, and he done been there for you. Why you can't do it?
I mean, when she did that interview with DJ Richie Scott, she did plug that wine. But as far as them plugging it on the show, I ain't seen it yet.
No, I'm not talking about on the show. I'm saying he owns Martell, the Scott family owns an actual lounge that stocks alcohol and champagne and wines. I'm saying, why can't his wine be in stock as well? Why can't you have a little display of and keep some in stock and inventory so that he could, expand his business if he's really trying to start this business for real? That's what support is, not just showing up to the party because he invited you.
Exactly.
And again, most people will say, well, they don't really owe him that. They do. Especially if you're going to continue to lie and say you his friend. Y'all do, because that man has been good to y'all. And that man, knowing that man has changed y'all life in a positive way, that's the least you could do. God, I got a bitter taste in my mouth defending Martell.
But no, I agree with you. And I've been saying that for a very long time. Them people don't see it for Martell.
People don't like him. And he, again, I think it's obvious for them. I think it's very obvious. But he doesn't understand that. And I'm saying production has never gone out of their way to really humanize you the way they've done this. Like, y'all know, first of all, they was trying to push out tears and then ain't no tears come out. And I'm not saying that they didn't have an emotional reaction when they learned what happened to Kimmy. I'm just saying that scene was obviously filmed and staged to humanize those two men. I guarantee you at the reunion, they're going to have a whole little segment about that scene. About men and black men being vulnerable with one another. They're going to have a whole little conversation about black men being vulnerable with one another. That is done intentionally to humanize them. We've never gotten a chance to see Martell be humanized in that way. Even if it wasn't true, I don't think this was true. I'm not saying when they initially heard that she had cancer that they didn't have a vulnerable emotional moment. I'm saying what we saw on TV Saturday. Well, I ain't watching on TV, but what we saw on the Saturday's episode was not true. It was not real. And they've been staging this, including Letitia crying like that. It was the most random place to tell her that you had cancer.
Yeah, that was very strange and weird.
And then just let her go right back into the party like, okay, huh? again, I get it. Y'all, I don't know why they did it like that. I personally would not have wanted to see it that way. I like the way when Bloods when the Hills was still on, Daisy, R.I.P. Daisy. I still miss her. I like Daisy. When Daisy was telling the girls on the show that she had cancer, she found out off season in between filming and before the new season started filming. And when she came on, she started telling the cast that she had cancer, and they were showing her figuring out how to pay her medical bills because for the most part she was an independent contractor, so she didn't have a traditional health plan. And she was like, if it wasn't for Obamacare, baby, I don't know what I would have done. We watched her in real time. We didn't have this moment where she was telling her mom for the first time that she had cancer. No, her mama knew, and her mama was coming every other day to New York to make sure she was good. Like, there's a way to film this type of situation without dramatizing it. I just don't think it's necessary, because in real life, it's dramatic enough. You got days when you don't feel good. You got days when your family is worried about you, and they just got to see you with their own two eyes to make sure you are right.
Well, Veronica, I'm not gonna say they played in Kimmy's face because Kimmy agreed to it.
I don't think they play like I'm what I'm saying, guys, is I think they all are in on it. I think what happened is Kimmy found out she was sick. Kimmy said, I'm done filming the show. And then whatever reason, she changed her mind. But once she changed her, by the time she changed her mind, she had already started telling the people in her life she had cancer. I think at this point, the only people that didn't know she had cancer are Mel, Martell, and all the other supporting cast on the show, like the Destiny, Tisha, and Lewis, so on and so forth. But for sure, her family and the Scotts knew she had cancer. I'm saying right now, they're going out of their way to film these scenes to show their initial reaction to learning she had cancer, even though they already knew prior. And I don't think that is necessary.
I agree.
I don't like that aspect, as opposed to you showing up to this period party telling Letitia and her reenacting her initial reaction. I'm saying show you at the house laid up, and Tisha comes in and I don't know, does your fingernails or just comes and hangs out with you, y'all playing cards or something, so you can take your mind off of it, just making you laugh or something. I'm not even saying that the brothers can have a moment where they were like, hey, like, come over here and get some stuff off your chest, because I know you're trying to keep that under wraps when you're around Kimmy so she won't feel bad. Talk about it like this, like, yeah, man, I just need a break. I just need to be able to talk about what I'm dealing with, as opposed to being like, oh, Tisha told me a little something about it, but I didn't know it was cancer. Wow, man. Why are you pretending like you didn't know? And again, for somebody like me, thankfully, critical thinking is a part of my life. I'm watching it and I'm saying, oh, okay, I get why this looks weird. This is why. Because my initial reaction, to being honest with y'all, I was like, Tisha and Marceau are horrible people. There's somebody who does not have the ability to figure out the pieces that's missing, that think those two are horrible people. And I'm saying, because you're setting it up like this, that is the perception you're giving people. Because we watched Letitia be told that she had cancer. So why would she go home and tell her husband it's potentially cancer, and he not reach out to say, hey, is everything okay? That makes y'all look bad. It's stupid. Because I'm sorry, even if I'm not really close to my sister-in-law, I'm gonna still call my brother and be like, hey, Letitia just told me something. You all right? Everybody okay over there?
Honestly, the confessionals are reenacted. They film confessional scenes multiple times.
All of this, and I'm just like, why did we need some Kimberly Elise type acting on the show? Why?
Yep.
I'm over it. I'm just saying, but my point in bringing the whole thing up, though, is to just say production is really messed up, because the people who probably need the most support don't get the most support. And you guys go out of your way to protect and humanize the Scotts. Like, I'm gonna give them this. They're not lying about that part. It's 100% true. For whatever reason, he has a very tender spot for the Scott family, specifically Marceau. He has a very tender spot for Marceau. But hey, Martell, them is not your people. I know you think Carlos is your boy. Carlos is not your boy. It's a reason why Wanda feels empowered to say and do the things that she does. Even now, she goes online and defends Carlo. Why would she defend that man? She don't really know that man like that, unless she has conversations with him.
Yeah, but she already told us she talked to Carlos
Yeah, she
often.
talked to Carlos. Yeah, they think they got Carlos in their pocket. I don't know why he's so interested. The craziest, wildest part is typically on any reality show, every reality show has a production fave. As much as they try to be non-biased, they're always biased. There's always somebody who gets a favorable edit, and they're clearly the fave of production. I'm saying in this case, the most of the time production's fave, not all times, because we know Potomac ain't like that. Production fave is usually the one that is like the standout, the breakout character, the one who really does the most work, who brings the views in, who's like the fan favorite, right?
Hmm.
In this case, the two people who are really carrying this show on their back is not the production phase. And production does not really do anything that's really in their favor. And I think that's really messed up. Because again, we have never gotten a humanizing moment from Martell like this, of this caliber.
Nah, I agree. We haven't.
If you gonna manipulate things to look a certain way on behalf of the Scots, they could easily do that for Martell. We would know better, but they could easily do that for Martell. They don't do that for Martell. Production could have rented a house and made it look like Martell had some money, and he was the one paying for some stuff on the vacation. They let it be known Martell wasn't paying for nothing. Every time Mel said that, they left that clip in because they wanted Martell to seem broke and thirsty. They could have cut them parts out of her confessional.
Crazy.
They could have cut them
Listen,
parts out of her confessional, but they want him to seem broke. Meanwhile, Marcel can get on here and lie about $17 million.
that right there is crazy to me. That is
Just think
crazy
about it,
to
y'all.
me.
Just think about that part, though. Because don't get me wrong, Mel threw her shade. I ain't even mad at her for throwing that shade because we all know the man ain't got no money. I'm saying when she said that in the confessional, they edited everything else out. She say, why did they leave that in? But they left in Marceau lying about having all this. We know the people ain't got no $17 million. 17
Child,
million pesos, 17 million yen.
they weird. These folks is weird, weird,
I'm telling
weird.
you,
Now listen, y'all.
you gonna
Again, if y'all did not catch this, not $17, but if y'all did not catch this live last night, I urge you to go back and watch it. And
It was
find out.
really informative. Can't talk today. Informative, guys. It really is. But trigger warning for some of these stories.
Yes.
Just go into these stories with some caution.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I definitely want you guys to check these out because I always feel like if I could bring you out a mess, I could bring you out a serious stuff. Although it can be triggering, I just want you guys to, read and just take heed. Also, I'm going to paste the links of the different articles in the description box of the video so that you guys can go look for yourselves as well. Um, the Shanquella Robinson story and the Zakara Kemp story is on the NCB, and then Rasheem Carter's. I mean, it's kind of all over the place when it comes to Mississippi. So I'll make sure I paste the links for you guys. I'm gonna hop off of here because
Can I give
I'm gonna
my
go.
goodbye really quick?
Yeah.
So, cousins, I want you guys to continue having a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We are going to make it successfully over the hump. And as always, I enjoy talking to y'all and, laughing with y'all because that's what we do over here, baby. We get the mess, we get the laugh, we get a little serious from time to time, but we just have us a good time. It's always good vibes in the chat.
That's too feisty, y'all. Think about
Oh,
who
they
is
don't know
that?
who I am.
That's too feisty, y'all. That's why she got that man up there holding his arm
I
up
would
when he
change
was
my avatar.
when he was.
Y'all,
I'm like, bro, what is you doing? So yeah, Simply Elegant One did let y'all know to join Patreon. It's just $3 to join Patreon, but we are gonna be having our holiday party, okay?
it's just
Period.
12 quarters, y'all. 12 quarters.
Period. 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 But yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here so I can go and get some lunch. and things
Okay,
since
go eat. Oh yes, go eat, go eat. Bye guys.
yes, and I may do Potomac a little later on.
Oh God.
Yes, I like to ruffle the feathers of the Potomac people in the middle of the week.
All right, I'll lotion my elbows for that one. I'll see y'all later.
Okay, thank you. All right, everybody. Again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in this morning. Ting. All right, in the words of Miss Mariah Hook, morning ting ting ting. But anyway, it's afternoon now for those of you on the East Coast. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Listen, show the channel some love by liking the video. It is a free way of supporting the channel and pushing the video up in the algorithm. If you would like to donate to the channel, our donation links are listed in the description box of this video as well as scrolling across the bottom. Okay, period, point blank. Shout out to Simply Elegant One and Mods. Happy birthday again to Miss Linda Gamble. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And excuse me, Lord, to Aunt Natty, we are still sending you prayers and love. And definitely let us know if you need anything. We are a family here. We're a family here. So I really, really, really appreciate it. Hold on one second. I don't think I saw. Let me shout y'all out. Hold on one. Yes. Okay, hold on. Thank you for the cash. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Angie, and um, thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Demi. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's Miss Demi Bell, y'all. Thank you. I didn't see that, so I'm glad you said something to me. Glad you said something to me. Now I was supposed to be getting a video out. This is what I think I'm gonna do. Last night's live, I think I'm gonna break it down. So you guys may not be able to access it. What I'm gonna do is break the stories down so that you guys won't have to sit through the whole thing. When it comes to Shanquilla Robinson, Nancy Grace did an interview with Miss Salamandra Robinson, which is Shanquilla's mom. So we listened to that interview. We stopped and we talked about it as well. We talked about Rasheem Carter, and then the new story. I think I want definitely want to break that up so that you all can get that. All right. Listen, I appreciate it. I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. Thank you for the love. And I will see you guys a little bit later for the Potomac. All right. See you guys. Peace.